guys, we are here with the live deck tech. This is Jupiter. He is playing Skred. This is one of the decks that has kind of seen an uptick in popularity after its winning in GP Dallas in November. So I'll kind of leave the floor up to you. Feel free to just kind of talk about the cards, your choice, the choices, the numbers. I'll let you take it away here.
Yeah, I started playing Skred like 4 months ago, and I've been on it pretty solid since, because it's not as easy of a deck as people tend to think it is. There are about like maybe 7 slots that are very variable. Like you could basically go any way you want. So 4 of those slots for me are right here with Eternal Scourge and Wormcoil Engine. I don't think I've seen any other deck playing these two together. I've been working a lot with Tommy Swan, who's been on Skred forever. Like he's been before Dallas. Like even he was playing, Skred and stuff. But like I've noticed that like the life gain that I get from the Wormcoil is kind of turns around some of the aggro games that I play. So I really enjoy it. This guy is basically a beast because he just never goes away. You can't get rid of him. Like you'll see later on that I play 4 main deck relics as well, and the value that he brings to the deck is he's just Mr. Consistent. He always is like throwing down well. Again, against aggro and against certain things that are hard to get rid of. Anger of the Gods is my choice. Some people play Pyroclasms or whatever else and stuff. So first round I actually did play against a variant of Skred, believe it or not, 250 people, and I run into another Skred deck. But he was playing, his name was Rob Joya, and he was playing a deck that was playing Platinum Empyreon with the Madcap enchantment that basically just lets you fetch the 8/8 for it and then not take the damage from the Madcap and just deal with it. Like it was pretty rough. It was fun though.
So real quick on Anger of the Gods, have you noticed that the exile cause has been relevant? I know Dredge has kind of gone away by the wayside. That was why Anger was kind of a big proponent.
Yeah, I still think the exile effect is really relevant, especially in the interaction with the Scourge. Because like if I'm playing for a while I was playing like spells that were like lesser, like Volcanic Fallout, it would kill my Scourge, send it to the graveyard. Then I actually have to have the relic to get the Scourge to the graveyard. But with this, he goes right there and he's ready to come back.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So it's not really. So the Scourge is not really a drawback where you lose your guys.
Yeah, that's why I play Anger, because mostly for like Scourge and stuff. Most of my other creatures in this deck don't die to him. So.
Okay.
Again, like here, I'm playing a heavy Chandra base for most Skred decks. A lot of guys like to do 4 and 2. I've come to really love Chandra, and with Koth, like the interaction between Chandra and Koth, like I think is like power twins. Like I like to use them to ramp into each other and things like that. Plus, it gives me more mana for the heavy end, like with the Wormcoils, because I'm a heavier end. Because I do play, you'll see, like I play 4 Stormbreaths as well. So getting the extra mana and stuff to get those guys out to make sure I get there is important to me. Batterskull again, like reacts well with them, and it's another recurring thing that I can do. Relic is like superstar. Turn 1 Relic, I feel good. It's like the best start I probably could have next to turn 2 Mind Stone. So.
Next slide. So pretty standard cards: Lightning Bolts, Blood Moons, Mind Stones. Nothing too spectacular.
People don't hate Skred because of Skred. They hate because of the main deck Blood Moon. Yeah. Like it's pretty legit. Like most people hate it.
Yeah. When you can get free wins with the Blood Moons, I can only imagine how many games you get by just running on Blood Moon. Yeah. And they don't really have the.
It's great. It's great Thoughtseize bait too. Honestly, like sometimes I don't even really care if I cast the Blood Moon. I just like having it there because people are so scared of it. They're gonna Thoughtseize or grab it, and then like I just do other things. So.
Right. They have to preemptively deal, and then that kind of opens up the doors for the Chandra or whatever.
Yeah. I played a 1 of Pia in Kirin Nalar. I took it out for a while. I thought it wasn't maybe as good as I thought it was, but then I realized it's really, if you're going to play the package that has relics and the Mind Stones and stuff, she's like a must-have. If you're going to go, maybe if like you're going Simian Spirit Guide way, like maybe she's not as good, but when I went back to the artifact heavy package, this was the card that had to come back. It's one of the Flex 7 I call, and it's probably a must-have. I am playing heavy on Stormbreath Dragons. A lot of the people who play 3 Stormbreath Dragons, but every time I draw a Stormbreath Dragon on time, it seems like I win. So like, he's pretty good, hard to deal with. No fatal pushing here, no abrupt decaying, no. Like the only thing that really deals with it is terminate. So Jund players like don't come with me with that fatal push is going to replace terminate because it's probably a bad choice.
Right. And protection from white means passing on answer, no lightning bolt, so definitely a very heavy hitter. So
and then again with the mana ramps, like the monstrosity is a lot easier to hit than you'd think too.
Okay.
Like when it goes monstrous, it's just it's great. And then like late game, if you need life back and you strap on a Batter Skull, that's a pretty heavy dragon. So yeah, sorry.
And then back to Koth.
I don't have to talk about Koth. If you don't know Koth, read him. You'll understand he's probably the best Planeswalker that you could probably play in red. Probably, like, he's up there. He's pretty tight. Like, all of his abilities are great. So
yeah, it's interesting to note because with both Chandra and Koth, like you said, you can really take advantage of being able to ramp hard with your mana abilities from both of them.
Yeah, sometimes people don't realize that on turn 4 they cast Koth and they just go into the you're going to attack with the elemental. I'd rather go turn 4 Koth, drop him to 1, use the mana I have left, the 3 red with the Mind Stone, and cast like a Blood Moon behind him or something like that, like, or maybe a Eternal. If they have a presence, bring out the Scourge, protect him, and then like move forward. Like that ramp is really efficient. And
like, being able to play 2 spells a turn, I imagine, is probably pretty critical part of your game plan.
And the longer the game goes, the more like mana efficient he is for you. Like you could literally cast the Stormbreath and Monstrous in the same turn. It's happened. It's pretty easy. Yeah, it's typical Skred.
Yep. The scrying sheets, I imagine, is also pretty important. It's just one of those ways where you can kind of manipulate your deck without playing blue, essentially. So
yeah, correct. The Blood Moons do turn them off, but for the value you get when you get them, they're phenomenal. They just keep giving you land, which is great.
All right, so let's look at some of the sideboard cards. So
Chalice of the Void, All-Star with the Cheerios presence, and anything that plays Lantern or like aggro decks and things like that. Chalice is an all-star. Like, you just have to make the hard part with Chalice is figuring out, do you want it on 0, 1, or 2? Like, that's about it, because everything in your deck is above 3 for the most part. I play Shattering Spree as my artifact removal because it gets around Chalice when you replicate. So like we use the replicate bomb and just destroy things while that's in play on 1, which doesn't hurt me. And then Fulminator Mage I play 4 of because he's just great. Like, when he's good, he's amazing. When he's not good, he belongs in the sideboard. And then if you're playing red and you're not playing an Eidolon, I think you're wrong.
I haven't seen this before. What do you bring this in against mainly? What's your
anybody that is trying to chain, like Grixis is amazing against Grixis. Anybody that's trying to chain the 1 and 2 cast spells to get advantage. This card really hurts them, and it puts them in a range to where my other stuff becomes fatal at that point, instead of just letting them, I'm going to Serum Visions and I'm going to Dot Scour and do all these other things that manipulate the deck. Anything that does anything for a low cast, or then the Cheerios decks, they have to cast the 0s, they have to cast the 1s. Like, she
just kind of shut them off.
Yeah, that card just does work. It's really good. I appreciate it.
Okay. Any closing thoughts about this deck? I mean, obviously you just registered today. Would you make any changes based on the meta that you've seen today?
I'm pretty happy where I'm at with my Skred deck. The only 2 cards that are like really flexible for me right now are Wormcoil Engine, and they can be just about anything. That's the beauty of the deck, I guess. Okay.
How's the tournament been for you?
I'm running 4-1 right now. I just had a tough game where I got Phyrexian obliterated, and then that's a card I don't deal with well. And then second game I kind of hit light on land, but 4-1, not bad. I'm planning to finish strong, hopefully. Okay.
Well, good luck with the rest of the tournament. Thank you for coming down and talking to us about your deck.
Absolutely. Thank you. Kerwin's is the best.
The fighters are ready! Daddy is ready! The refs are ready! Are you ready?
Ref Exemplar on turn 2, attack you for 7.
Whoa.
We'll see you next week, guys. 12:30. We'll be back and better than ever.
Oh, I'm doing a dab.